Welcome back to Prime Arcana. Viewer discretion is advised. Following Jonbon, Skogul, Ettin, and the surviving descenders step out of the yawning, cavernous expanse into the drop zone. Almost immediately, a sharp crackle cuts through the silence as somewhere in the darkness of the stone ceiling, a hidden clockwork intercom flares to life as you hear the Warden's voice say, "Headhunter," and Ettin stops dead in her tracks. She knows the voice of the Warden. Around her, the goblin stiffens, his head whips around in search of the source as the Warden continues, "I received your requests, and I am awaiting you in the convening room. Come alone." As if on cue, a deep mechanical groan echoes through the chamber. All of you look over to the Black Cell's elevator as its door creaks open.
I think this might be for you. Guess I'll go see what he wants.
Go with care.
And she steps onto the elevator.
The surviving descenders glance between each other, nervous and uneasy, as the doors close again, followed by the rhythmic grinding of heavy chains as you hear the elevator begin its slow ascent. Silence hangs over the group like a noose.
Jonbon steps forward and claps his little hands and says, "Well, that's settled then. Gotta be real damn stupid to stick around waiting for her to come back down, right?"
And you would propose what?
I mean, we just go home without her. That cat is a rat for the Warden. She can't be trusted. Y'all think he's just giving her a friendly little checkup? No, she's in his pockets. We don't need that kind of trouble.
And the goblin kind of stirs and goes, "I don't know, she kills things real good. Better than any of us."
He raises his hands in exasperation. He says, "Exactly.
You sure you can get us back to the well?"
I can."
Skogul, roll a perception check for me, please. 17. A sharp clink fractures the cold, stale air around you, hidden underneath the descenders arguing. It's faint at first, but then swells into a chorus. Clink, scrape, clank. Tide rolling down the eastern stairs. The air in your nose curdles, thickening with a reek of rusted iron. As you turn to face the staircase, a group of chain reapers descend. Roughly 20. They're cloaked in tatters of black that flutter like flayed skin. For some, chains aren't simply worn, but also woven into flesh that grind against bone with every step. One reaper drags a chain sickle, and Skogul sees its jagged edge curve, cutting across stone, spitting sparks that die in the damp air. Another's chest is bare, with ribs cracked outward like an open cage. A third lifts a trembling arm, and his chains are wrapped around his wrist, clattering down to the ground like knives on glass. Tink, 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 tink. The chain reaper in the lead stops, its head snapping to one side with a crunch of grinding cartilage, and a chain uncoils from his arm, whipping across the stone with a force that splits the air with a deafening crack. At once, the surviving descenders stop arguing and watch as the hobgoblin cultist step forward. You see that his hand is a mangled stump. His fingers were hacked off and replaced with a crude iron claw that drips with pus and oil. They don't rush. Their steps are slow as the group spreads out, forming a wall of iron. Without hesitation, the surviving descenders all rush in to gather around Skogul's shadow. The hobgoblin steps forward. His flesh is ruined, pale and sagging from years of worshipping agony. His head tilts back, and he speaks, looking at Skogul. "The shackled colossus sees you. Your blood will grease his chains." The chains slither, and the darkness rushes in, bringing the abyss with it. Ettin. The elevator shudders beneath your feet, and a deep mechanical groan rattles up through your knees as chains pull you higher into the hollow dark. The only light comes from a flickering amber torch embedded to the wall behind you. Skogul's last words hang in your mind, heavy and low. "Go with care." Do you even know how? The walls slip by at a slow, grinding pace in a same repeating pattern over and over again, until finally the elevator rattles to a stop and the heavy iron doors slide open. The room beyond is cold stone, cleaner than anything you've seen in weeks. The chamber's long and wide, no furniture, No guards, no noise. Just a thick glass partition that stretches from floor to ceiling across the center of the room. On the opposite side of the divide is the Warden. Behind you, spanning the entire wall, is a floor-to-ceiling window overlooking Lowtown. It's late evening, and the sun is just setting on the horizon. The sky is a glowing, charred, burnt orange, filtering pink through a thick bed of clouds. Just before Ettin can get lost in the side of the sky, the Warden speaks.
2 months since you arrived and destabilized the Descenders. Since you accepted my offer. There's been no updates since. I was beginning to think you'd expired or defected. Now I get this request for more weapons. What do you have for me?
Well, yeah, I've made no progress. I'm down there by myself with these god-awful monsters. There's only so much a person can do. I've got someone who I actually think can help, but he needs weapons. And as far as what I can give to you, I'm not sure what you're looking for here.
Yes, the half-giant. I know the one. Caught red-handed after attempting the murder of a citizen. Once apprehended, there was no struggle. Curious, isn't it? A man of his lineage, submitting without resistance. Either he's hiding something or he's tired of living altogether. You trust the strength of a man who'd let himself be chained? And in regards to what I want, I made that clear. If I was incorrect in assuming that you could do the job, then I will look for another blade.
I can get it done. Don't worry about that. And as far as this guy, I don't know what's wrong with him. I think he's out of his mind, but he's big, even though he's small. But you're right that he doesn't act like a giant. He doesn't act like he's supposed to. And I know I can't trust him already. I mean, the fights we've been in, and he's been running away, and he's scared, but I'm hoping that if he gets these weapons, he'll be more willing to fight, more willing to stick around. But I tell you what, I've gotten a lot further with him than I have with any of the other things that have been sent down with me.
I have no deals with him, nor will I make any. His participation in your efforts will wield no boons. Frost giants are carved from selfishness. Whatever face he shows you, remember that a second hides behind it. They are born that way. I will approve of his weapons, but that is all he will get from me.
That's all I can expect. And, I wasn't even coming into this expecting that, but it'll certainly be helpful for me.
A faint click sparks your ears overhead, and a small square slot irises open in the ceiling. From within, a longbow drops, followed by a quiver of arrows. The bow is taller than you, crafted of pale, sanded bone. The string is taut and fresh. Oddly enough, the bow lands upright, teetering once before falling over, flat against the floor. When you look back up to the ceiling, you see the hole close, as if it had never existed at all.
In the meantime, until I can get to the Chain Reapers, I've got a lead on the Black Cause, but I can give you something before we even get there. Have you heard of this Monster Manuel character running around down there?
I have not heard that name. However, if you are misspeaking, the word you're looking for is master, not monster. Beast Master Manuel McAdoo was the overseer of the prison's beasts before the riot. He was brought in as a consultant by the KKPLC roughly 2 years ago. The man has a firm hand and a sharp whistle that keeps his creatures in line. I've always thought him eccentric but reliable. He has been assumed dead since our guards lost control in the riot. Are you saying that is not true?
I heard a lead that he was alive and wearing other people's hands as gloves.
I see. If what you say is true and he is still alive, the man is valuable. Securing him alive and returning him to our custody would go a long way in adding to your list of good deeds.
Alive. Okay, I think I can manage that. My giant friend, you said he was about to kill someone?
He was caught red-handed, almost cleaving the head from a civilian's body. When he was apprehended by the City Watch, he did not fight them. That, to me, is suspicious.
He hasn't quite displayed any of that down here yet, which part of me wishes he would. But I've been hearing like some serious shit of why these people are down here. Why am I here? As far as I know, I didn't kill anybody up top.
The warden lifts one hand and gently adjusts the clasp at his collar.
Kivar Kaldora may have lost their war, but the dwarves have tendrils everywhere. The overseer of the caravan who brought you in has a familial connection to one of the men who help oversee the city. They have had a deal in place to deliver creatures like you to the labyrinth for longer than I've been the warden here. As far as I can tell, you are simply the unlucky victim of political maneuvering, and the people who own you decided you'd be more worthy bringing them a profit than it would be to simply erase you from their ledger. So, they sent you here, labeled you dangerous, which, let's not kid ourselves here, Cat. You are.
He nods past your shoulder, towards the window of the city.
You don't belong in a place like this, and you know it. You'd eat the people of this city alive.
I'd much rather go back to where I came from than stay here. But what are you talking about, own me? My family wouldn't send me here. They would never let this happen. They would never sell me.
You came in with dwarves, correct?
Oh, you think they're my owners?
I wouldn't trust a dwarf to do anything for free. They'll sell your blood if it keeps their boots dry. You were processed as one of their prisoners of the wilds, unclaimed, unaffiliated, and unregistered. No official representation. No formal crime required. The dwarves who brought you in did so under Clause 17b of the Deep Settlement Accord. Non-civilized biological entities of any significant threat profile may be detained indefinitely, pending re-evaluation or re-education. I didn't write the laws, but unfortunately for you, it is not uncommon. Consider yourself lucky you weren't dissected.
Non-civilized? Like I came from the fucking forest? Like I didn't have people raise me right? I bet you this is all Bjorn's fucking fault. Him and his good-for-nothing father.
Roll an insight for me real quick, please. Okay, dang it. Yeah, she's angry. She's too angry. She missed something in there. That she's picking up on the savage part. There's something in there she missed. He exhales slowly through his bullish nose and he says,
Enough questions from you. You are owed no explanations from me. I have shown you kindness by answering, but I have indulged this curiosity long enough, prisoner. You have spent 2 months in the blood-wet corridors of this city maze. When we last spoke, you asked for weapons, targets, and time. What have you done with it?
She's like actively starting to pace now, just so caught up in the unfairness of her being here. Send me back down.
Don't come back up to me, unless the Black Claws are shattered, or the Chain Reapers are burning. I don't give a damn how many creatures you've bled or how many bruises you're nursing.
You hear the elevator doors open.
I'll come back up here. I'll come back up here with some fucking heads. And then I'll leave.
Whichever wild god you pray to must be down there in the dark with you. Your timing here today is impeccable. I have kept the riot a secret from this city. As with all lies, given enough time, the cracks are forming. Trials are backing up. Families are calling for justice. My push to recruit and train a new crop of city watchmen has stalled behind public scrutiny and meaningless outcries from nobility. You were supposed to be that answer. If you cannot finish the operation, then I will be forced to choose another. One who cuts wider, with less precision. Until recently, I have avoided that plan. I refuse to lose upstanding lives to the filth below. Do your job and get back to work. If you fail, there will be no one else who can help you. Remember that. I am the only one.
And then he leaves. And just like that, you are alone.
She's so angry. She just wants to get out of here and get back to what she actually needs to be doing. This is some bullshit. We're gonna go make some heads roll.
The doors close, and you descend. 13 minutes ago. In the darkness of the labyrinth drop zone, chains crack and iron sings, swallowed in the chaos. The lead reaper raises its rusted claw to the ceiling, and a wave of low rattling answers it. The hobgoblin smiles.
Kneel. Accept your place beneath the Colossus. Be remade in his purpose, or bleed screaming.
The albino bat behind Skogul lets out a piercing screech, its white eyes flashing wide as it steps up beside him. Wings flared, not attacking, but standing with him. Skelch the goblin's like, "We're really doing this?" Vendus the Aarakocra goes, "Unless you'd rather bend the knee for these freaks."
He's kind of looking at this as a challenge against his persona, against what drives him, and he thinks it's a worthy endeavor. And yeah, he kind of laughs at internally. He's thinking about how he keeps finding himself with people he probably wouldn't ever align himself with in the wilds, but he kind of finds solace in that.
Let's roll some fucking initiative.
All righty, tell you lefty loosey.
And to be clear, the rules of the Beastmaster is that your bat goes with you.
All right, 16.
And then
12.
So the order of initiative is Skelch, the Juggernaut, then Vendus, then the female leader, then the Chain Reapers, then Skogul, then Jonbon, or Skogul and the Bat, then Jonbon, then Keppel, and then their slaves. All right, so this is all automatically starting off in a way that is not something that would have been great. So let me take a look at here. We got Skelch. He's going to throw out some ball bearings. He's got a bunch of ball bearings in his pocket. Otherwise, that is the end of his turn. The Juggernaut, he's got a speed of 40. So he gets way down here. So he has a legendary action that is Charge, which allows the Juggernaut to move up to its speed. So he's going to go ahead and use that second action to just go ahead and clear a little bit more. He can't attack yet. He's right up on you. There is a female tiefling with dark crimson red skin and like black obsidian horns that wrap around the back of her head like an infinity symbol almost. And she also is melee. She can only move 30 feet, so she's going to actually come up behind this dude. It is now the Chain Reaper's turn. They have a movement of 30 as well, so this guy's going to pull up to here. This guy's going to pull up to here. This guy's going to pull up to here. Up to here. To here. They are essentially trying to block you in, so you guys are trapped in that corner there. And now it is Skogul's turn.
Yeah, so Bat's already within range, so let's use Bat. Seeing the Juggernaut rush up is going to react like, holy shit, that was fast. And it's going to do a wing buffet. So it's going to beat its wings, everything within 15 feet, must survive a DC 14 strength.
Hell yeah.
Or get pushed 10 feet back and knocked prone.
All right, I'll roll its strength. That is you said DC 14?
DC 14.
He got a 21. The bat buffets its wings, and the Juggernaut just like flexes all of his muscles, like from his shoulders like to his knees, and just like maintains his position.
Yeah, so he's just gonna move 5 feet forward. It's almost like he buffeted, and then when that didn't work, he kind of like stepped into the space, and he was like he's frustrated by that. Yeah, so I'm gonna do Hunter's Mark, and I'm gonna attack him.
Okay.
I forgot I have one more spinneret, because this would be a perfect opportunity for this to work if they actually do work.
All right.
16 plus 9, so they have 25.
That's very much a success. So your final spinneret blast. This Juggernaut comes tearing across the room like 60 feet. He's got this big ass maul over his head. He's raising it. He's about to just come slamming down on you. The bat sees him coming in, buffets its wings to try to knock him back, but the force isn't strong enough. He keeps coming, and Skogul just silently raises the spinneret and goes, and he's just stuck in place, at least for his next turn.
That is hella good. Hella good. Damn, I almost wish the bat didn't go first, but now it's actually good that it did. Okay, so what I want to do is just make myself a big, squishy, fluffy blue target. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is...
That was a great
15,
first
20,
round, man.
25. Yeah, I'm going to put myself there.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Jonbon, where are we at?
Jonbon is down here. And I think seeing that this guy is stuck in the webs, he's going to scooch back over behind Vindus, and he's going to throw his dagger at the guy who's webbed.
Hell yeah.
That's basically all he can do right now because he's terrified. He's going to aim for like his kneecap.
Yeah, I hope Nat 20.
Nat fucking 20.
He says, he doesn't even say anything. He just goes, yeah! And he throws the dagger because he's brave now because the guy is caught up in his spinners. And I will roll the damage. Wow.
So your 4 counts, but we double the 4, so you did 8 damage. So Keppel, he is going to expend 1 focus point to take both the disadvantage and dash actions as a bonus action. Jonbon watches as the gnome is just like, this is too much! And he like runs past the albino bat into this little hallway over here. It is now the slave's turn. So all of these slaves are going to move as well. They're going to come down to help block off any attempted escape. Danielle, please roll initiative.
Holy what?
Back on the Juggernaut, he's going to roll a strength to try to break out of this webbing. It's just like, what is this? He rolled a 28. You just watch him bring his mace down and then just push out and just rip all of the stuff like off of his chest and his arms. He points the maul at Skogul after you've like ran your a couple feet over and spun around to like look at him, and just as you do that, you see that he breaks out of the webbing and he like points the maul at you and he goes, you die next. Please make a wisdom saving throw for me and beat 13. Fuck yes, dude.
14.
So Skelch, he's gonna go ahead and use steady aim as his bonus action. He's going to give advantage on his next attack roll. He's going to throw his dagger with advantage at the Juggernaut. That is a natural 20. Both of you rolled natural 20s throwing daggers at this guy.
Wow.
He's a magnet.
Skelch just did 20 damage. So
Skelch!
yeah, so Skelch's dagger soars through the air and just like sticks into the Juggernaut's chest, and he's like, ah! Like immediately after he points his maul at Skogul and tries to intimidate him. Vendus is going to get involved, so he is going to run forward and leap up into the air, and you watch as he like extends his leg talons out to just like dig one of them into the Juggernaut's arm and wrap the other one around the maul. That's a 13. That's a fail. So Vindus charges forward, leaps up towards the Juggernaut, and the Juggernaut kind of just like stunts him like in football, and he just like floats through the air and like lands on the ground, putting him in probably the worst position out of everybody. It is now the female cultist's turn, the tiefling. All right, she gets up to Vindus. Right as he lands on the ground, she leaps forward to attack him. So she brings out what looks like a just sort of jagged piece of metal. Like, you can tell that it's not really a sword. It looks like more like rebar that has been sort of like withered and carved away to have like a sharp edge. And then someone, probably her, has spent time carving runes along the blade in a language that you don't recognize. That's going to be a 23. That is a hit. Okay, 10. It is now the Chain Reaper's turn. They are going to continue their push in, and I think at this point, we're going to start to see some combat. So we've got Hayes up on the bat. He is behind Vindus. He is behind Vindus. This guy's going to get right up on Skogs. This guy's going to get right up on Skogs. This guy's going to get right up on Skogs. This guy's going to get right up on Skogs. And this guy's going to get right up on Skogs. So the Chain Reaper at the bat is not even going to waste time with a chain attack. You watch Skogul as this man dressed in all black with chains dangling from his neck and shoulders and from around his waist pulls a scimitar out from within his robes and charges forward to try to slash through the bat. That is going to be a 6. It is a failure. It is now the two attacking Vindus. One of them is going to try and wrap a chain around Vindus. 18, that's a success. So Skogul watches and hears as Vindus shouts out, "Ah!" as this chain like whips around his wings, pulling him closer to his body. As the second Chain Reaper to his left slashes out with his scimitar. 5, missing. So 3 of them are going to try to chain you down. Fail, fail, fail. The last 2 guys are going to attack you with their scimitars. That is a fail and a 1.
Yeah, I think as soon as he saw the attack miss, he comes down on him with his scimitar.
Oh, that's a success. Please roll your damage.
6.
Okay, so he is not dead, but you wounded him pretty bad. He's bleeding. Skogul, it is your turn, sir.
And you said this woman here, the tiefling, it seems like she's like second in command, or might even be the one leading.
Who's leading this group, and if there is a leader, he's not sure yet because it's just been chaos.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, fuck it. Let's see if we can do it. All right, so can you help me with this roll here? Because what I want to do is I want to do blood drain, but it says the batch latches onto a creature it has hit with its bite attack in the same turn. So does that mean that I have to bite first?
You have to bite first and then use the second thing as a bonus action.
All right, so he's going to bite the Juggernaut.
Hell yeah.
He got a 19.
That's a hit, bud.
And he's going to grapple with blood drain, and the target must succeed on a DC 14 saving throw or be grappled.
Okay, first roll your damage.
10.
So currently the bat has dodged this, like he just didn't even care about the scimitar strike. He just completely ignores the Chain Reaper, leans forward and just like bites down on the shoulder of the Juggernaut as it's moving closer towards Skogul. And you said this is a 14 strength?
Yep. Okay.
So you got a 20. You got a 20.
So he didn't get, he doesn't get grappled and he does not get his blood drained. So that's the end of the bat's turn. Let's do Skog's. Okay, yeah, he's just going to try and finish off this little guy down here. We got, wow, 19 plus 10, 29.
Very much a hit. Please roll your damage.
And come on, buddy. 5. Okay.
Please describe how Skogul kills this man.
He just brings his sword down across this guy and is surprised when he just splits in half.
Okay. And is that the end of your turn?
Oh, dude, I'm using steady, making sure that I'm like prepared for the next round of attacks. For the duration, I have advantage on ability checks or saving throws against being knocked prone or to escape grapples.
Okay, so you're taking steady for this turn?
Yep.
As you do that, up here at the top of the room, none of you see this because you're all way, way too busy, but like up here, making this very sort of like low, almost imperceptible, like just getting a little bit closer to everybody. None of you are aware of this yet, is a monstrous gray ooze that had been feeding on the corpses of some crypt spiders and an ettercap. But upon hearing the sound of this violence, has come to feed. And that is Danielle. I gave her an option of 3 different monsters, and this is the one she picked.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you're like, hey, why don't you roll for initiative? Like, oh, there's a sense of hope. Maybe he's not going to last all 100. Nope, it's just a new enemy. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to start creeping on over. It's going to use dash too, since it's...
Oh, it can dash. Good. That's important.
All right, and that's my turn.
All right. Jonbon.
So he's gonna move over here. He needs to try to pull the dagger out of the Juggernaut's knee.
When he does that, Skelch does it as well.
So, but the picking up the weapon is the move, right?
Yes.
So then he's gonna have to wait to stab him again until the next move.
Skelch's bonus action is that he is going to take disengage to back up away after collecting.
Okay, yeah, I think he's gonna do that too.
Okay.
He's real close. Instead of trying to stab him again, he's just gonna move back.
You guys
So
just
he picked up his dagger.
You can throw it again. You just keep doing that over and over again.
Dancing around. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what he's gonna do. Because he's fucking terrified. This dude is like 5 million times bigger than him.
Yeah.
And that is it.
Keppel is going to hold an action and try to remain in the darkness unseen. It is the slaves, so they are all going to move up here. Skelch is going to throw his dagger back at the Juggernaut again, and he's going to use Fury of the Small as he does so. 15, I think he needed a 16. He throws the dagger, it bounces off. The Juggernaut skids across the floor between Vindus's legs. It is now the Juggernaut's turn. The Juggernaut is going to move, and again, when he does so, the giant albino bat has a free attack, but he's going to move into place up onto to you guys. Go ahead and take your free attack there, Skogs, and then 20, that's a hit. Please roll your damage.
12.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. That's a solid bite. You see him just rip a chunk out of this dude's arm.
He's like, dude, I want that blood.
yeah, he does. He rips a huge chunk out of that dude's meaty big ol' arm as he rushes off. Okay, so staggering blow. Skogul is going to need to succeed on a DC 17 Constitution saving throw. If this hits you, hold on. Let me roll the attack to hit first. 15. What's your armor class?
Oh, it's 16.
You lucky fucker. You lucky, bro. All right, so that was the Juggernaut's turn. It is now Vindus's turn. Vindus is almost fully surrounded. Let me go ahead and roll a quick insight for him to see if he's able to distinguish that this tiefling chick is in any way above these others. Because if not, he's just going to attack one of the cool people. 22. He is aware that this chick is leading them. Skogul hears Vindus shout out, "Focus your damage on the 2 leaders! If we kill them, the rest might scatter!" And then he slashes his talons out to try to attack her.
Nice.
19. I believe that is a hit. Let me double check. Yep, 13 is her AC. So Vindus leaps up and does a sort of Mortal Kombat air kick with his claws and slashes them across her chest, doing 4 damage. And it is now her turn. She is going to slash her blade right back at him. His AC is a 15, so she hit. 4, all right. He's as it slashes across one of his shoulders. All of the Chain Reapers get to go at this point. This first guy in the ball bearings moves forward again to try to get close up to Skogul. 14. Yeah, he succeeds. So now we got our first guy. He's going to try and chain the bat. 15, that's what he needed. So Skogul hears just this like piercing, like, and he looks over and he sees that one of the cultists has like whipped its chain around the bat's leg and is like pulling back on the bat to try to like keep it away from joining the rest of the fight. At that point, these two cultists are going to attack Vendus. He succeeds. You see the same thing. Another Chain Reaper whips the chain around Vendus's legs and then yanks, and he's like yanked backwards up onto his back. The second one brings his scimitar down to attack, missing. So two of them are going to try to chain Skogul. Miss and miss. And then the other two are going to swing their scimitars at you. Miss and miss.
Oof.
It is now Skogul's turn.
All right, well, it's gonna attack this Chain Reaper and try and drain some blood.
Okay.
18.
That is very much a hit.
14.
Please describe how the albino bat kills this Chain Reaper.
He tries to go over for a nice little shoulder bite, but accidentally takes off his head.
Yes, dude. Just like his black cloaked body just slumps to the ground, dead.
Amazing.
And the chain around its ankle slumps loosely to the floor.
Then he's just gonna move right up behind our boy here. All right, that's my turn.
If that is your turn, then it is the giant gray ooze.
Has anybody noticed it yet?
Not yet. Everyone is not even looking in that direction. They're all looking at Skogul and the Descenders and the bat. They all have their backs turned to it. So we now are at Jonbon.
He's going to use his bonus action to use steady aim.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Well, he's trying.
Keppel is going to remain hidden, holding a third action. The slaves, this one is going to have to roll for the ball bearings. This one's going to have to roll for the ball bearings. This one's going to come in around here. This one's going to come in around here. They're really starting to create flanking waves. So even if you do kill people, someone is going to just step right into that spot. This one's going to come in and actually attack Vendus. This one is going to come down and let me roll a perception, because it was going to go attack the bat, but let me roll a perception to see if he notices or if she notices Keppel or not. 1. Literally does not notice Keppel at all. So it's going to come up behind the bat and it's going to slash out with a sickle. With a 19, that is a hit. Skogul hears the bat. Takes 5 damage. We are back to Skelch. He is going to try and stab this dude in the knee. We're going to do a finesse attack here. Oh, that is 2 natural 20s. All right, so that's going to be a 16 damage. Oh, yeah, he is not looking. He's like, nah, look at that. But it's the Juggernaut's turn. So he has no choice but to return the attack on Skelch, because Skelch has brought this dude into a potential fatality. He is on the verge of death and he has done barely anything.
As soon as he goes to attack Skelch, I immediately attack him.
Do it.
25.
That is very much a hit.
And we roll for damage. 7.
How does Skogul kill the Juggernaut?
Oh, yes. Yeah, so as the Juggernaut turns to slam this fucking monstrosity of a cleaver thing he has down on Skelch, if you can imagine, Yurga pulls the thing over his head. Skogul just sees, oh, that's a very nice looking armpit, and just buries his scimitar in it.
And he watches as the arm holding the maul drops to the floor at your feet.
That might come in handy.
He had 1 hit point left, bud.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
He was like bleeding. As that happened, Vendus, who is now surrounded, is starting to panic a little bit. He's going to use a bonus action second wind to regain some hit points here. So 12 hit points. All right, so hey, that's great. He's almost back to full. So he is going to buffet his wing and try to knock this tiefling chick back 15 feet. She failed. So Vindus is like, and he watches as this gust of wind just like knocks this chick back 15 feet. It does not knock her prone. She's still standing. It is now her turn. She is just simply going to run back up and attack him again. All right, what you got? That's an 11. That's a miss. Yes. It's the Chain Reaper's turns. So all these guys, we'll start with the ones at Vendus since we're already over here with him. This guy is going to try and chain him down, and the second guy is going to slash at him with a scimitar. Fail on the chain, and let's see what the attack does. So that strike does do damage on him. 2 damage. So now we're down here at this guy. He is going to try and chain Skogs.
And I will abrupt hug him.
10.
Oh, he missed.
He missed. He missed.
Yeah.
Then the guy beside him is going to strike out with a scimitar. Missing.
Yes.
The guy beside him is going to strike out with a scimitar. Missing. Yes. The guy beside him is going to try to pull you down with some chains. Missing. And the final guy is going to attack you with a scimitar. Oh, wait.
16.
What's
16.
Oh, hell yeah. Then that's a miss. All right, so it is now the Ooze's turn.
And he's going to go for this guy right to his
Got a
south.
snack?
As he runs around, this Chain Reaper is the first person to notice the gray ooze when his foot steps in it, and he tries to pull it back up, and he can't. That is very much a hit.
5, and then I also get acid damage.
Please describe how the gray ooze kills this Chain Reaper.
As he steps in the gray ooze, it just kind of ends up shooting up his body much faster than it was seeming to ever move. Up until this point, it's been like this slow creep, but now all of a sudden it's trapped someone and just envelops it.
Skogul, please roll a perception for me with disadvantage. You do the same, Jonbon. So you got a 10, you got a 6. So neither of you have noticed that man was just yanked under. He didn't even have time to scream. Like, he looked down, he registered what was happening, and then the ooze took him so quickly that it was just like, what?
So, having seen Scourge successfully use his little finesse dagger work, he's going to also attack with finesse.
Hell yeah. All right, that is a success.
Yeah. He's going to do that thing where he, like, takes the dagger and then, like, spins it around, like, on his little feathered palm, and then just, like, shanks her in the side, and then pulls it out as quickly as he stuck it in, and then he looks over at Scourge and waggles his eyebrows because he's doing just as good.
Oh, he's in a competition?
It's just a little rivalry they got going on.
Oh, shit, I didn't know that. Skelch is now realizing that there's a rivalry.
And that's his turn. He's going to just stand there. He's kind of standing in the shadow of Skogul, not trying to draw attention to anyone.
It is now Keppel's turn. He pulls this, like, small black vial out of one of his pockets, and his hand is all, like, shaky, and he's, like, looking at the vial and then, like, looking over at the woman and looking at the vial and looking over the woman, and he closes his eyes and he goes, "I'm sorry!" And he throws the vial through the air at her. She fails. Wow. Okay, that's going to be 66. Okay, that's 14. So everyone just hears this just guttural, high-pitched screaming of agony as this cultist slave woman over here, this prisoner, you don't know why she was down in the prison. I mean, whatever she did to get herself put down here, obviously she felt like the Chain Reapers was the way to go. The system had clearly failed her. The Descenders weren't it. The Black Claws weren't it. So she picked faith. And that led her to the Chain Reapers. And as Skogul looks over, At the sound of the screams, he sees that her hair is melting off the top of her head, along with the skin on her face, revealing, the skeletal structure underneath, and it gets to her throat, and that hollows out, and at that point she falls to the ground. It is the other slaves' turns. These two are going to attack Vendis with their sickles. Miss and hit. Doing 2 damage to Vendis. It is Skelch's turn. Skelch has watched, some people die. Like 6 hours ago, his friend the Drow had his head bitten off by the albino bat. So he just watched the albino bat bite someone else's head off, and he's not happy about it. Oh no. So he got all up in his ego immediately because of Jonbon, and ran forward and stuck the dagger out towards this cultist and missed completely, allowing the cultist to whip his chain at Skelch in an attempt to whip him down to the ground. That is a failure. Skogul, please take your sentinel attack.
Don't mind if I do. Wow. 28.
That is very much a hit.
10.
Please describe how Skogul kills this cultist.
It feels good, and he just cuts him in half.
So Vendis is still surrounded. I mean, he can't get away from these guys. He's definitely going to use his action surge so he can attack twice this round. All right, so he's going to do Talon attack on the slave woman and miss, and then his action surge, he's going to do another Talon attack and miss. Damn. It is now the female leader's turn. She's going to slash out at him with her runic blade. This dude's all by himself, just facing down this group of people, and then everyone else is fighting this horde. 10, she missed. Fuck yeah. All right. Then it's going to be all the chain boys. First one is going to try to bring Vendis down yet again with his chain. Miss. The second one's going to strike with a scimitar. Miss. Now we're on the ones with Skog, so we got 4. So first one, chains. Miss. Second one, scimitar. Miss. Third one, scimitar. Miss. Fourth one, chains. Miss. And it is Skogul's turn. Skogul in the back.
Oh. Key. Do. Key. I'm going to be very careful to maintain distance from these characters' ability to get at it. And what I want to do is fly him over here and attack the tiefling.
Do it.
All right, so the bat doesn't even care how that happened. He's just this doesn't feel like the right place to be. And he screeches and then takes to the sky to travel behind this tiefling to attack her and try and drain that bitch's blood.
Do it.
14?
13, sir. That is a hit.
Oh, hell yes. So let me roll the damage, and then we're going to try and do the blood drain. So that's minus 11. And then with blood drain, he just grapples her, and she must pass a DC 14 to break it.
She has dog shit strength. She got a 1. Please describe how the bat kills this woman.
When she drops, the bat's just oh, no, I just got my meal. And then as soon as she turns her back on him, the bat goes back down, grabs her by the waist, and then just clomps under her head with its jaws.
And when that happens, Vendis hears the bone crunch of her skull cave in. And as he shifts his eyes to look over at her, he watches as the bat drains every ounce of liquid from her body, withering her up like a mummy.
Awesome.
And it is now the monstrous ooze's turn.
It's going to keep moving forward, and it's going to go after this slave. 22 to hit.
Very much a hit.
Holy shit.
Please describe how the giant monstrous ooze kills this second slave. And this would be what Skogul sees to first acknowledge that this thing is even here.
It just starts creeping up her leg, and you can barely see the ooze, but you can definitely see the skin starting to just be eaten away.
She screams, and there's a lot of music, and there's a lot of chaos already going around, but her scream is what pulls your attention over, and you watch as this thing takes her down into itself. And there already appears to be a body inside.
I love these kinds of ooze.
Nope. And yes. All right. One of them makes it out to be able to fight Skelch, but this chick who is still in the thing has fallen prone. These two over here at the top, they have both now noticed the gray ooze because they saw their friend just get yanked down. So they are actually going to flee screaming in this direction. I'm going to have her roll a perception because the other two ran up right beside her. She sees it. She is going to flee, unfortunately, directly into the bat. These two are also going to flee basically like right up here to where the bat is. They're trying to get back to the Chain Reaper headquarters. At least these three slaves are done with the fight. They're trying to get out of here. This woman with the ball bearings is going to try to stand up at all. Fail. She's still prone. She's still down on the ground. Danielle, please take a free attack on this cultist right here as he tries to flee from you.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not going to.
No, he doesn't. Please roll your damage.
18.
Please describe how the monstrous gray ooze kills this cultist.
As he's like trying to flee, he steps directly in it, like in the center. And he's like trying to step out of it, and it just pulls him back in. He gets like 5 steps away as it just like kind of yanks him back in and drags him.
Skogul, you can see that his body is still alive within the gray ooze, but it's like slowing down rapidly in its efforts to break free.
Alarming.
Both of these two down here are going to try to flee from the gray ooze, opening up your attacks. This guy, okay, that's a hit. That's a hit. Just so you guys know, the gray ooze is not as dangerous as the black pudding. So, please describe how the gray ooze takes out both of these two cultists.
It seemingly grows larger than you would think it could, and just, again, does that kind of like wave thing where it just crashes down and envelops them as they try to run.
It is now Jonbon's turn.
I mean, as of right now, he's still just trying to take... I mean, he just watched Skogul fucking bounce the fuck away. So he has really no choice but to just continue trying to stab this bitch in front of him. So he's going to use his dagger finesse move again.
That is a hit. Wow. That is a hit. She's dead.
Oh.
Please describe how Jonbon kills that woman.
Well, I do have a question. Does he know that the ooze is there?
Would you like to roll a perception with advantage because it has eaten 3 people, two of which you are actually looking in the direction of?
Oh my god, a 10.
No, you are not aware of it.
So that makes this easier then, because then he's just Skelch showing off. Skelch is doing great. Skelch is doing better than he is.
Skelch is walking on a rainbow right now.
He's known this guy for like fucking 5 hours. He's on a rainbow. He's getting pissed. So he's going to take his dagger, and it's kind of, I would say it's just chaotic. Like, he's like stabbing her in the face. Like, he's mad. He's getting pissed. So he just like right in her. He goes 1 eye, 2 eye. And then, maybe like kind of pushes her face away with his little feet and then lands back on the ground.
Okay.
She topples backwards.
Keppel is going to stay where he is and hold an action. It is now Skelch's turn. Skelch is going to strike out at this slave cultist chick right here with his dagger. It's a fucking natural 20.
How is this guy doing
this guy? Wow. The game likes this guy.
That is ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. Oh my god, 24 damage. Jonbon takes these 2 slashes from the scimitar, and the reason why he takes these 2 slashes from the scimitar is because he got a little too caught up in this little competition, and like Skelch sees this chick come through the ball bearings, and when she does, He leaps up, puts his feet on her knees, and then just buries the dagger up into her jaw, and it like pokes out the top of her head. He drops back down to the ground, pulling her with him, and then spins her body around so it just flops onto the ground, and he pulls the dagger out, and he looks at Jonbon, and he goes, "Who's in the lead now?" And then like the moment that happens, the two scimitars are like,
God damn it.
and then it's Vendus's turn. He is going to go ahead and use his second wind. Okay, so 12. He's going to then use his talons to strike out at this slave woman. Hitting. Vendus like leaps up in the air and wraps his talons around this cultist woman's neck and just breaks it. And it is Skogul and the bat.
All right, Bat's going over here. He's gonna attack this cultist and going to try and drain his blood too.
Yes, dude.
Oh, he missed.
Okay.
Unless this cultist is above 9.
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
That's him. Skogul, now seeing this ooey gooey lady here, realizing that might not be the best place to hang out, he's just gonna move up towards the elevator.
The central one?
Yeah,
Okay.
He's over here now.
And it is now the ooze's turn.
Alright, he's going to move up and eat this guy. 17?
That is very much a hit. Please roll your damage.
10.
Please describe how the monster's gray ooze eats that cultist and alerts and alerts everyone of its presence.
It just like comes up like a wave behind him and crashes down.
Jonbon, it is your turn.
So Jonbon is not feeling this anymore. So he's using his cunning action to disengage.
Okay.
And now he's going to dash. He's coming over here to hide by Skogul.
Okay. Keppel is going to remain where he is. These 3 slaves up here are going to continue their run. The bat has an attack of opportunity on 2 of them if you would like to take that. That is a hit on
22.
1. Please describe how the bat kills one of the fleeing slave women.
He's a little annoyed that he missed this cultist, and then as she's running away, he just casually slashes out his arm and cuts her throat.
Oh my god.
The next one, 24.
That's a hit.
11. Okay, so he
Yep.
he slices past the first one's throat, and he sees the other one try to go, and he just grabs her hair and just smashes her head into the ground.
Oh my god, this bat. So she makes it. She gets up to about here. And then this woman is going to have to see if she can stop being prone. If not, this thing's just going to roll over. Roll over
Has
this
she just-
bitch.
Has she just been stuck there the entire time?
3 rounds. She fails again. She so this woman for like a couple minutes, you guys, has essentially been like standing up and falling down, standing up and falling down.
Over the fucking banana peel
Down.
over and over and over again.
Yeah, again, so this woman down here is going to try to break away and flee around, opening up a attack of opportunity from the ooze.
16.
That is a hit. Yep, please go ahead and describe
Yep.
how she does not make it away.
It's kind of similar to the other one, but this time it just like sticks out a tendril, and you can see it like stretch as she gets a few more feet away, and then it just pulls her back in.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 bodies melting within this thing to the point where it's starting to leave a trail of bones behind it because it's getting too full. Now, it's never too full.
So good tonight.
If there's food, it's not smart enough to like disengage. But I mean, it's gonna eat its full. So Skelch is going to disengage from beside this cultist, and he is going to run over to Keppel. Good job on the acid. I didn't think you were gonna do anything. This thing seems to be eating up our enemies. As long as we can either stay away from it and whittle it down, or just maybe burn it. You've got any more acid? Yeah, I've got a couple pouches. Acid and Molotovs. You've got Molotovs? Why haven't you been using any Molotovs? And then Vindis is going to strike on this cultist here that he has literally been fighting for a straight up just age. You guys are all like tired. I mean, legit exhausted. All right, that's a hit. Fuck yeah, good job, dude. Finally. It's Skogul and the bat.
The bat's going to try and bite this one again. He gets a 15.
That is a hit. It's 12.
And then damage is 11.
Please go ahead and describe how the bat kills this cultist.
Yeah, I think the bat, after having missed it earlier, is a little frustrated and, again, going for that delicious blood-draining bite, chomps down over its head. And maybe he's kind of excited how much he's gotten to eat recently, and so he bites, like, all the way down to the guy's waist.
Oh my gosh. As he's, like, shaking him around, Jonbon watches as this cultist's spine severs and his legs just, like, go spiraling out into the air, roughly around, like, over here.
Amazing.
Very glad he's on our side.
So I think Skogul and the bat look at each other, and they look at the ooze, knowing that that's kind of the larger threat. And the bat almost kind of intunes what Skogul's thinking. I would like to pick up the cultist's legs that are still laying there, and I'm going to start flying. I'm definitely going to go 20 feet up in the air, nice and high. I'm going to slowly start making my way to the west here. And the bat kind of like grabs those things and starts moving towards him. Yeah, all right. So he's there and he's just holding the cultist's legs while Skogul's taking a look at the battleground. So he drops one of the legs. Skogul grabs the leg that the bat dropped and he throws it at the back of the ooze to see if he can make it change direction.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. All right. It is the ooze's turn.
It envelops it.
Skogul watches as the legs just simply hit the ooze and dissolve into it.
He takes the legs with him and goes over to this fucking chick to go put her out of her misery.
It also is going to absorb up all the ball bearings, so do with that what you will.
They're definitely pitted as he rolls over them.
Okay.
He's gonna...
It's like studded across its like jelly body.
Snap.
That is very much a hit. And please describe how this poor woman is taken.
I don't think she even realizes it. I think she's facing like this way, and she just keeps trying to get up over and over and over again, and then just one of the times she falls down, she goes to get up and she just can't.
Wow. Keppel is not really interested in moving. He feels like he's safe, so he's still kind of arguing with Skelch. However, he does hand a Molotov cocktail to Skelch. And at this point,
Skelch is gonna he's gonna burn the whole prison down. He keeps getting those 20s.
And this point, the slave is going to make it up to here, running. I mean, she's booking it. She's trying to get out of here. It is now Skelch's turn. Skelch is going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and he's going to linger here at 25. And he's going to roll to throw this Molotov cocktail at the monstrous gray ooze. 15. What is your armor class, madam?
It is an 8.
Okay. So that's going to be, you take 4 fire damage.
Oh, it is resistant.
Hell yeah.
So it does damage, but not quite as much as he thought it was going to do.
So 2 damage. So you will burn for 2 rounds. Okay, so that was Skelch's turn. This area is just like well lit. Everyone can just see this like gray, pale, just like his like bones are just like falling out and weapons are falling out and clothes are melted and skin's melted.
It's just got to be like a horrifying sight.
Oh my god. I mean, absolutely terrifying. It is now the chains guy's turn. No one is near him, so he's going to 5, 25, 30. These two look like they actually might be getting away. All right, so then we got Skogs and the bat. Skogul and the bat.
All right, the bat's gonna go over here and bite the the fleeing cultist because he doesn't deserve to live. Wow,
That's a miss. That is a miss.
damn.
The bat lands and like reaches out with like an extended bat neck like they have and like snap right behind his head because he's moving. He's running.
Yeah, so I think Skogul now with Vindis and Jonbon, he just kind of says openly, "What else do we have to fight this?" For his action, I think he's just going to take a step back so he can really gain an understanding of how dangerous this thing is, because so far, nothing's doing too much to it.
It's the gray monstrous ooze's turn.
All right, it's going to go towards Scourge.
Oh no.
5, 10, 15, just barely makes it to him.
Oh,
And it's
buddy.
going to reach out a tendril.
Oh no. Everyone's favorite Gerber.
Oh,
Ah!
No!
Oh my god!
No!
Oh my god!
No!
All the 20s tonight!
oh my
Oh
God.
no! Everyone's favorite Gerblin!
Yeah. Oh man.
Ouch!
Alright. Roll your double damage.
Oh my God, he's going to die.
Scourge, come on, buddy.
Okay.
So that is 25 times 2. That's 50 damage. Skelch had a 27 max.
Oh, so he's almost dead.
Yeah, I'm going to roll some death saves here. His constitution is 16. Had you rolled 3 more, that would have been permadeath. 17. That is a success. Now let me roll the second one. That is a 1. Critical failure. You drift further from recovery. So, I want to make it clear. On the next round, Skelch will die. Skelch is actively being eaten alive.
Oh no.
Within the gray ooze, you can hear his blood curdling screams as the green mottled skin is stripped from his body. His clothes have already dissolved. His hair is dissolving. He's crying out for help. It's eating me alive! Oh my god, I'm dying! It's Jonbon's turn.
It's not Jonbon's turn.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is.
I don't
Yes.
want to be involved in this.
I
love this
goddamn game. Rolling that d20 was wild.
Oh my God.
That was crazy.
I feel like it's the game
Yeah.
balancing it out.
100%.
Okay. So the only thing that I can do to help him is the same thing that I just did for Skogul. Skelch, you can't be taken out that easily. So he can roll a d4 and have it for his ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
All right, let's see what he gets.
Very good idea.
A 4. Wow. It is now Keppel's turn.
Keppel, what is he?
This motherfucker better save his friend.
Upon seeing that Skelch has been taken. No! Skelch! Not my friend! Please don't take my friend! And he runs over to try to help. He pulls out this... It looks like a little weather vane. He clearly built it down here off of what looks like it used to be maybe pieces of armor that he had cobbled together with a dagger, where there's all of these little metal spikes sticking off of the sides of it and stuff. And there's a little crank on the bottom. And as he's running towards the gray ooze, he shouts, "Gnomish ingenuity, don't fail me now!" And he starts cranking, and then all of these little electric sparks just start spilling up the rod and out onto the edges of these little side notes over here, and he just jams it down into the gray ooze, when it hits the ground, it lets out this just like lightning strike, like throughout the gray ooze. So that's 13 lightning damage to the gray ooze.
Okay.
It temporarily paralyzes the ooze for 1 round. That is also 13 damage to Skelch. In trying to save his friend, Keppel electrocutes Skelch, and everyone watches as he simply just crumples into the gray ooze. His eyes rolled back in his head. Keppel drops to his knees, mouth agape, staring forward at the absolute failure. He did. He absolutely just failed his friend.
Fucking Keppel.
Wow. Wow.
He was definitely a hero.
I like that little fucker.
If you don't name that bat after Skelch, I'm going to write a petition and I'm going to mail it to the governor of Utah. That has to be his name.
The female cultist slave gets away. You watch as she makes it up the staircase and rounds the corner past the ogres into the tinkling chain hallway. It is now Vendis, who screams out, "Keppel, what have you done?" I mean, that's kind of it. He's just frozen in anger and fear and exhaustion. It is now the last chain guy, so he's going to try to flee after the woman, but you've got your free strike here.
22.
And how does the bat kill this guy and stop him from escaping?
The bat is kind of like watching the whole ooze event play out, and he just like shakes his head, and with his tail, he just grabs the cultist, whips him back in front of him, and just bites his head off.
Oh my god. And with that, it is Skogul and the bat.
Yeah, so Skogul shares a look with the bat, and then they both look towards the ooze, and then almost without thinking, the bat rushes towards Keppel to grab him and pick him up. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, so I have 80. So
Hell
I'd like
yeah,
to
dude.
grab Keppel and lift him 20 feet into the air, since my movement is halved.
Roll a simple dexterity check for me with the bat.
All right. 9.
You reach down to try to grab Keppel and miss. Like your claw goes right above his head. He sees you coming in, and he's terrified and like ducks. Doesn't realize that you're trying to save him. He thinks like, oh my god, the bat's now fucking come after me, because he was fighting him like 6 hours ago.
Yeah, fair enough. And then for Skogul, he's just like, motherfucker. Skogul's just gonna move 35 feet to here, and he's just gonna yell out, "You better run, fool."
The ooze is paralyzed for this 1 round, so then it is Jonbon's turn.
Jonbon is going to yell what he said and give him a D4.
Okay, let me roll.
He's also going to kind of start creeping back this way, like on the other side of
Okay,
the...
so he's got a +3. It is now Keppel's turn. So he is going to definitely flee. I mean, the thing is paralyzed, so it can't take an action on him. And then he's also going to double up and use his bonus action to dash. So he's going like fucking 90. Entirely safe. At this point, we are still technically in initiative. However, the only person or creature within attack range to the gray ooze is the albino bat. And the bat goes before the ooze's next turn. It is now technically Vendis, so Vendis is going to move up here to where Keppel is, and he immediately kind of like starts, you guys can hear him like pretty much just like tearing into him, like just absolutely tearing into him. He runs up and he punches him in the face with his feathered hand. What did you do? What did you do? What were you thinking? And he's just like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And then now it would be Skogul and the bat's turn.
Yeah, so the bat knows what's up. It's seen this shit move around this dungeon for God knows how long. Just immediately moves away as far as it can. Yeah, basically all the way to the back wall. and Skogul just goes to join him. And they're just watching this ooze from a distance to see if maybe once they've gotten out of this range, it just starts to chill again.
It would now be the ooze's turn. Senses, blind sight 60 feet. So if there's not anyone within 60 feet of you, which there's not, you are no longer aware of the surviving beings in this room. However, there's a lot of bodies around you, which means that initiative is over. Please describe what the gray ooze begins to do to these bodies.
You guys see it just kind of like start to make its way over here, and it's not really seeking out like the dead bodies because it's already like full up and nothing's moving, nothing's making any noises. You can just see them like dissolve in its path.
Yeah, I think Skogul's wild instincts kick in, and knowing that the threat is I mean, it's completely off the map now at this point, right?
Yeah, we're done. The fight's over. You guys won.
He races over to some of the Reapers to start collecting some of the chains that he sees, and he's going to take a look at that the maul that the Juggernaut dropped.
Jonbon is really hurt, but I think he's also gonna maybe try to look through to see if there's any weapons that he can pick up. Because all he has is his dagger.
And when Vendis sees you guys doing that, he's going to go ahead and join you as well. Keppel follows after him. Vendis yells, "You stick beside me. Don't get out of my sight." And he's like already like taken like a bunch of like Keppel's items and stuff.
I think the bat's actually super happy. Really good meal day. So it just flutters up to the nearest alcove, like in the sky, hangs upside down, wraps itself up, and watches us with one eye.
Amazing. You know, the elevator doors open up, and Ettin sees that there's just sprawled across the room more than 20 bodies. You know, she recognizes them as, you know, cloaked in the garb of the Chain Reapers, and she notices that Skelch is missing, and the bat is dangling from the ceiling, and Keppel, Vendis, Skogul, and Jonbon are looting all the corpses.
She just like steps off the elevator with this big ass bow in her hand and the sling of arrows on her back. What the fuck happened here?
Skogul kind of looks up at her, and his eyes like beam when he sees the bow. I guess we've both been busy.
What killed them all?
He points to the bat and he goes, "I think we have a new kill leader."
She kind of scoffs and says, "Yeah, okay. I'm sure he can do a whole lot of damage, but kill leader?
The bat screeches out like a piercing whoosh, and then it just like settles back into itself. It was a well-fought battle against, I think these are your Chain Reapers. And he picks up one of their carcasses.
Vendis goes, "One of them got away. If we linger too long, there'll be more."
These are the Chain Reapers, huh? Well, if you guys can do this without me, then the rest of them shouldn't be any sweat.
He's leaving out how many Skelch took out. He's not with us anymore, so.
She doesn't really show any sympathy or concern. Well, that's too bad. He could have been more useful. So, Bonbon, Black Claws, which way?
It's Jonbon, first of all. And I can't lead anyone anywhere in the state that I am in. He's got 5 hit points left, so if anyone can help him out a little bit, that would be really great.
Vendis kneels down and takes the packed blade from the tiefling.
After he does that, and hearing that the cat just wants to move on immediately, Skogul goes, "I think it's worth looting what we can." And he picks up the maul and he hands it to her horizontally. How about a trade?
She'll take it as backup and she'll give him the bow and the arrows. You didn't have to trade, these were for you anyway, but I'll take it.
He grabs it and he feels like, the strength feels so good as he pulls it and tests the tensile strength of the string. And he nods to her and goes, "You have my thanks."
She looks over at Jonbon and, "How much time do you need to rest up?"
And laying around on the floor around everybody, there are 6 ritual sickles that do 1d4 plus 1 slashing damage. They're all light weapons. And there are 9 scimitars, which do 1d6 plus 1 slashing damage. They are light damage finesse weapons.
And there are 90 feet of chains, all broken up.
Skogul's definitely going to take a few of those chains. I don't think he really needs it to be as long as it is.
All 3 of you got 505 experience points for that.
Good
Jonbon's
job.
going to pick up a scimitar. I think Jonbon is going to want to get a full, however long a full rest would be, because he's half dead.
A long rest is like 6 to 8 hours. And Vendis, after coming back to rejoin the group, he says to Ettin, "We can't linger here. If we do, the chain reapers will return. Are you willing to take us down to Black Cells now?"
I'll take you down to the Black Cells. If you stick with me after we visit the Black Claws. Like, if you don't like what they got going on over there.
Vendis looks down his beak at Jonbon. "Are you happy now? Almost all my friends are gone.
I don't know how you can put this on me.
You showed up. Bats showed up. Ooze showed up. It's not a coincidence."
They show up everywhere, no matter where you are. This is why I was trying to come get you guys.
Vendis looks over at Ettin. "If you're with him," and he nods at Skogul, "then I'm with you." Keppel? Keppel just kind of like nods his head and scatters her over here to like join.
If you take us down, and you let me rest up, I'll take you where you want to go.
Okay. And she turns back to Vendis and is just like, just in case you don't like what they got going on down there.
And he looks around and he goes, "I don't think I'm gonna like what anyone has going on around here. We're in a fucking hellscape." And then he just kind of like walks over to stand on the elevator, and Keppel follows him.
Jonbon moves over too.
And Skogul looks at the battleground. Have you taken all weapons?
Oh, there's definitely like a bunch of unclaimed scimitars, and nobody even picked up a sickle.
He'll grab a sickle too.
Help me clear the field. The bat perks up. No weapons left for anyone else. And the bat just starts swooping down and picking up any of the remaining metal. Once it's done, it kind of clutches them all and it just hovers over his shoulder. I think we've earned a well-earned rest. And then moves over to the elevator.
The bat follows.
She looks at the platform with this motley crew on it and says, "Don't fucking accept anything from anyone down there." And she gives a pointed look to Skogul.
Unless you want to shit yourself.
And after Ettin joins them and pulls the lever, the elevator descends. Well, at the start I told you that one was viewer discretion advised. Stuff didn't quite go their way, huh? Well, hopefully they can rest up, because what they got coming is way, way worse than that. Make sure to come on back now for next chapter. Don't run away now when things are just starting to get good.